Construction crew, and we're live! and
and we're sitting in different seats.
We're in different seats. Jax is back. It's
back.
Fantastic.
Yay!
We're doing great, folks.
I heard toaster ovens were brought into the store while I was gone.
Yes, but I asked Jesus, and he said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "I can do it without hurting myself." And he said, "No, are you going to burn the store down?" And I said, "No," and then I didn't.
Did you bring the fire extinguisher into this room?
I did not.
Right. Next time.
I was here. Next time. I was here. The whole.
Did you bring the fire extinguisher into this room?
No,
It was on a very low temperature, like 200 degrees.
Yeah.
we were cooking little cat cookies. and
Hey,
they were
I came
crumbly
back.
delightful.
The store wasn't burned down. It's all
Yeah.
okay. So
It's all God. It's all God. It's all good. Sorry. Today I'm going to be painting this bad boy that I made last week. And you're painting that bad boy that you made last week.
Well, I was gonna paint, but then I realized I do need it to have a base,
Oh.
and so I think I need a base. And then there's some bits and bobs around here, so there's a chance I'm gonna throw some crystals or something
Yeah.
down in the base
Yep.
before I paint it.
That's
First I
what
need
it's
to
gonna
outline
Just a
my
tiny bit more.
bricks.
well then, and before you guys get that, I want to talk about what I'm going to do. But also, I picked up this new paintbrush from a vendor when I was at Expo, and I think we're going to start to carry them. But if you guys want to use it today, I'd like to know. So it's an aluminum paintbrush where you can take the top off and then just change the tips out.
Oh.
So we've got some tips for it.
Okay.
But if you guys want to try
so
this
it's like
today,
it's
got a little nice heft to it.
Oh, I see. 'Cause
but
like,
before I bring it in, if you guys want to paint with it, I think that'd be great. So there's a couple different tips in here, and then there's this one that came in it. And you
and
just
then
put
this
the
gauge
tip.
in the back. Do you know what this does?
I don't know what that does.
Okay.
But I know to do this, you put this in here,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
you got to screw the tip back on. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Dude, that's super
So
nice.
test that out. See how you guys like it.
Lethal Shadows.
Yeah, I don't know what that gauge in the back is. It might be like what tip you have in it. I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, so this says size 2.0 or 2.0 and on these, so it's like you can replace the tip.
Yeah, so
and,
it
like,
came
it
with a
has
skinny
different
tip
sizes.
on it.
Yeah,
And then he gave me a little pack of replaceable tips.
that's nice.
So if you would like to try to paint with that and paint with these, yeah, so these all look like, what did they say these was? So these are 2s and it has a 0 on it. So
Yeah, so this also has like a 2.0, so I wonder if that's the tip that you're using, like if it extends
it may
out
be,
a
so
little bit.
either that or just so you can remember what you have in there. But before I bring in a bunch of stuff, the guy who gave these to me was exceptionally nice, says the pricing seems good, but we have to order like 200 at a time. So that's why I
Okay.
want to make sure that they're good
we
before
like
we
them.
do it.
That's a fair.
And then I'm going to put together, I brought back a box of the goblins from the Pathfinder Legendary Cuts. And I'm going to put these together before we see about bringing some of these in here, because the Frameworks models they didn't give you a lot of decisions, whereas this one gives you more decisions. And apparently there's 18 goblins in this box.
Oh gosh.
So I think my
That's a lot
guess
of
is that is an indicator so that you can just look at it and
Yeah.
know which size tip is in there.
That's what I think so too.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make more noticeable divots in my brick wall so that when I paint them, it's not just like gone.
Oh, I see.
You think, I don't know, they seem to, for me when we've done it, after I've primed it, it always seems like they're even more noticeable than I thought they were.
That's fair, but I just want to make sure they're super duper noticeable.
That's cool. So yeah, so I was at Expo for 1 week, which is the tabletop industry trade show. And I saw lots of cool new things. I got updates about Lorcana directly from Ravensburger. I looked into more minis and things because that seems to be kind of where we're at. And then I picked up stuff to see if we're going to bring them into the store, like these goblins. And I picked up a couple of these new Encounter in a box to see if they're going to be any good as well. I can't tell what the camera looks like because Lexi's all concentrating.
The camera looks great.
It's okay. I just put the box down I was showing.
Oh,
These are cool.
I'm
Yeah.
unconcentrated. I'm ready to cause chaos.
Can I have the close-up camera for a bit while we first look at
You
these?
sure can. Here you go.
I'm obsessed because they're goblins. Sorry.
Yeah. And if you'll hit us with the close-up camera view.
I sure will.
Whoa. Slimy, you're working on filling in some gaps. What do you use to fill your gaps?
Me?
No, Slimy.
Oh, slimy.
Well, the other thing I wanted to show is, so this is a new thing from TurboDork. Oh my, this has exposure problems.
I just turned it down.
So we carry TurboDork paints, and this is their new painting cup solution. Like we have these plastic ones that we use, but this, when you're done, you can just like pop it out, pop the dry paint out even more easily.
Okay.
So then they're gonna make them in these 6-pot things, and then they're gonna make them in like 12s, which look pretty cool. So I brought one in to try. So if you
I
guys
like
wanna
that.
try mixing on one of those, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
And then just so people know, this is upside down and backwards. Is that what that is? There we go. This is what I'm gonna start to put together today, just because I wanted to see if they were any good. And this is what the sprues look like. Oh, there's a lot of parts. There's a lot of parts in there. Ooh, these are tiny. Look at these little baby sprues.
Oh, they're so small.
They're so tiny. Okay, well, we have lots of stuff to play with in here.
Bitty babies.
Little hook hands.
Should I do Castle Gray or Dirty Cape? I'm trying to find Dirty Cape again. I put it away.
All their little goblin heads.
Hey, where did I put Dirty Cape?
Where did you put your dirty cape?
Where did I put my Dirty
I
Cape?
don't know. Okay. I don't
Dark
even know what your
stone.
dirty cape is.
Okay, we'll do Dark Stone later. I want to do it right now. I want to do like a lighter gray beginning.
So you guys are seeing chats, but I'm not seeing any chats on mine.
Slimy says, I love silicone.
I love silicone.
All right. All right, well, maybe I'm just not going to keep mine up because mine is not showing me any of the chats.
Oh, maybe it just needed refreshing because it's showing you an ad now.
Maybe, because I'm not signed in on my phone.
We could do. I could do a layer of stone golem if I really wanted to be a really light gray. But I don't
Oh, wait,
know.
here's the directions. Okay. These directions, let's talk about this. If you're gonna just do directions in gray, have some more contrast.
Yeah, no, you talking to
Right?
me that time. I was like, yeah, yeah, that's a problem. It's not problematic per se, but
And these are
A fair
tiny.
request.
I'm okay with, we could have gone with like a double size 8.5 by 11. I don't know, maybe, I guess maybe these are tied to, so that says Goblin 6. Do I have like a Goblin 6 frame? I don't know. Oh, I do like how these stack in the box though. They have little pivots, so you can stack them in the box.
oh,
Right, little legs and
Oh, I
inserts.
see.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, because usually when I have a bunch of sprues in a box, it's just a giant mess.
That's really actually handy. I like that.
So those sprues are the same. I don't know, this is weird because like these directions say Goblin 6, Goblins 5, so I thought maybe that would go with a sprue. But that does not seem to be the case.
you know, they can't make things too easy. They got to keep you on your toes. You know what I mean?
Like, okay. So it looks like there's 2 different kinds of sprues. I'm supposed to get 18 goblins out of this. But I have no idea which one is which. Cool, cool. And then some plastic bits if you want fire, which of course
Fire.
we're gonna have fire. I don't think there's any reason to doubt that.
I love fire. When I was younger, I used to like melt spoons over candles.
Hey,
That's some really wussy spoons you have if they melted
No,
over
they
a
were
candle.
plastic spoons.
Oh, okay.
And then I would like inhale way too many fumes.
Oh, I would just, I had a bit of a fire problem as a child.
Oh no!
may
I
have-
would guess that all of us did.
May have once burned a giant hole in the kitchen carpet And then I was so smart, I just went and got a chair and put it right on top of it. Like, we always have chairs right in the middle of the kitchen. Yeah, somehow my parents saw through that right away.
They
Yeah.
did?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
shocking, I
Did.
tell you.
What?
Do you want to go back up to big screen from small screen?
Let's do Chaos Construction Crew. Chaos Construction Crew. Yeah, we need a theme song.
Hey,
do.
We asked for a logo and we got one. Maybe we can ask for a theme song.
I still
and
need
get
to
one.
take that logo and put it somewhere where I can use it.
Yeah, I emailed it to you.
Yay! All right.
I did get some halftone pens for my tablet,
Yeah.
which are like, so like halftone is like, what is it? Cup man? Is that what the guy's
Cup
name?
Man.
Could be.
The animation style. You know the
Yeah,
cup dude?
yeah.
So that's half.
Cuphead?
Oh, okay.
Like, not the
Cuphead?
animation style, but Cuphead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know how it's like the shading is like with dots and stuff?
Yeah.
And like, it's like a lot of like two-tone stuff like layered on top of each other, looks like blown up print kind of stuff, or like anything that's like comic booky, like really old comic booky print.
Yeah.
The like heavy dots or like hash mark stuff. So it's like they're like pins that do that for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
Kind of. I'm not great at using them.
Like, it's a new pen, or you got a like
So
a
it's still the
virtual
Apple
brush
pen.
head?
Yeah, so it's a brush. Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
it's a brush. It's a
So it's a brush head.
Procreate brush. That's
Okay.
what they call it. Yeah. So it's like a set of brushes that has like a bunch of different halftone effects, and like they work well. I don't know how to execute them well. I'm just saying I'm trying to learn how to do that thing because yeah, you're right. For print, like if we want to print on shirts, like being able to do things
Yeah, I would like to be able to
in
do
one or
that.
two colors, but yeah, have somebody else if you want it faster. I'm just trying to figure it out.
So there are 6 sheets for these. I don't think they apply to a particular sprue. I'm wondering if like all the goblin parts are the same, but then all the accessories are different.
Oh.
Okay, so I think most of the heads are the same. There's a couple differences in heads. This one is got a gun on it.
It's a goblin with a gun?
I think they look a little different. And there's definitely different tools and stuff on each. All right, we're just going to try. We'll just try the one they list as Goblin 1. And we'll see how this goes.
I'm gonna go for like a similar, because
This
you
is a
have
little
that
ASMR with the whole like,
eroded thing
Yeah.
over there. So I'm gonna go for like a similar look for you.
100%.
Seems how we're sort of matchy over here.
Yeah.
Oh, and Charlie, just so you know, made a new bin of tools for the
Oh,
store
nice.
because I keep, taking my personal ones home and using them at home and then forgetting to bring them in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Okay.
Also, fun announcement. We have a booth at Pirate Festival this year.
We
Pirate
are having a
Fair.
fair. It's gonna be great.
It
Gonna be
is.
pirates.
So one of the things we're going to talk about is what do we want to do in the booth, and what do we want Chaos Construction Crew to have in the booth? Because we're thinking about doing a design your own eye mask. So bringing out an eye mask and then I don't know.
Eye patch, yeah.
Yeah, and then letting people just bejewel it or whatever.
Well, I was thinking I would go pick up decorations and stuff from the craft store. If we were gonna do that, I'd go pick a bunch of cute things.
Yeah.
You give me a budget if you want.
I don't know if they have a ton of pirate stuff all the time.
Well, but if we get eye patches, right, then would get like lace and jewels and like skull
Oh,
and
yeah.
crossbones gems and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Because that kind of stuff I bet they'll
I
have.
am so interested in running like a one shot, just a nice pirate, like 1 hour long, short one shot. I'm not gonna tell you guys the plot, because what if you play in it?
Well, and I was talking to you earlier, I'd love to build a puzzle room for that.
Yes.
And we just have to make sure like any minis we take out have magnets on the bottom of them. So we need to come up with a good puzzle for like a 6x6 room because it's only in 2 weeks, so it's not like we have a ton of time. Let me just say these pieces are very tiny.
Yeah.
Holy cow, these are very tiny.
They are little.
They are very baby
Same.
for my giant adult size hands.
All right. My hands are starting to cramp already, not a good sign. But I think it's all right.
This is interesting because it says having trouble telling one goblin from another, use these pieces to assign numbers to your goblins by attaching them to the base or the mini in combinations of 1, 2, or 3 arrow clusters. Oh, so there's a bunch of arrows. Yeah, okay, so you could do that. So you could have little clusters of arrows and that's how you tell them apart.
That's pretty
Interesting. All right, we're gonna build the big sword boy first.
Sword boy.
So I need pieces 6 and 8. These are super easy to cut apart because they're so tiny.
Oh, right. So this, like, it just snaps apart.
Yeah, so a nautical themed 6x6 thing. It could just be if you're all standing in the right place, it comes apart. What do you need?
Can I see some bits? Because I think I want to.
So those are probably too big, but like
those look like some jewels or something.
If you
Wonder if
do,
I could hit these with
if
a
we do
hammer?
something where where it's like where they're standing,
Yeah.
we could do something with like directions because like nautical themed. So we could be like, somebody has to be on the east, and somebody has to be on the west, and somebody has to do this in the north. And then like you could place the minis there, and then that would be
yeah, and then just have like lights on a wall that show up.
yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. That seems pretty easy with what I have and the time that we have available. If we had more time, but this is the first year that Pirate Fair has invited us out. So
It's very exciting.
it is very exciting. I don't know how it happened. Apparently it all happened while I was gone.
It did.
All the good stuff happens while I'm gone.
Well, I mean, you're back. So you're going to get
I
to
am
actually do it. Well, you got invited, but we
I am
didn't
going
get
to run Raccoon Sky Pirates.
So excited.
So if you want to play a raccoon who
Who's
has
your Sky Pirate?
has a dirigible, then you got to come out. I do not understand why people who make sprues don't like the stuff is just numbered weirdly. Just
Yeah.
number it using like just go in order.
Uh-huh.
Like where is 8 on here? It's nowhere close to 6. 5 is right next to 17 and 9.
Well, that just makes tons of sense.
10 is by 20, 38, and 19. Am I getting, I don't know if there's an 8 on here. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's way at the bottom. It's between 35 and 22. So what else did I miss while I was gone?
Lexi learned how to tell a story with a piece of scenery.
Excellent.
Oh, I did. This is true.
Do you want to tell Jax the story?
So this is a story of a ruined castle keep where there's like an explosion, and but most of the damage is caused by the corrosion of time instead of the immediate explosion.
Okay.
Like there was an explosion that you can see, like there's the rubble of it, but there's also the smoothness of the corrosion of the rocks. I don't know.
So it's like a erosion explosion?
Yes, erosion explosion.
Excellent.
I'm gonna do some dry brushing over this, I think.
These are so tiny. As it turns out, goblins are very tiny.
As it turns out, that is true.
Did you want beads, like
So I think what I'll
wooden
do
baubles
is
or
I'll
anything?
oh, yeah, let's see what else is in there. I think what I'm probably going to do is like prime these separately and then like make them different colors and glue them on. I might keep that one. The glass one's shiny though. Actually, not pink.
Oh, I like that. It's gonna be a cool combination.
Yeah, so here's like variously shaped things. Most of the stuff in here is, I have a bunch of flat discs if you need flat discs or anything. But I think that's the better part of the two.
For like relative to what I'm doing.
Yep.
Yep. Just want-
I'm gonna do this grayish brown base coat, and then I'm gonna do like a dry brush with more gray, so it looks more like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about. I'm just kind of making up words. I don't even know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. But
That's okay. You don't have to know things.
Don't worry, I'll think for you.
okay. So in other news,
Do the thing.
I'm excited about the pirate festival because I get to wear my cool pirate clothes.
So you have cool pirate
I
clothes
do.
already?
I do. I have a full pirate costume,
I am already jealous.
and I look super awesome in it.
I have like a corset dress thing that I'm gonna wear. That was from my mom's steampunk wedding.
Your mom had a steampunk wedding?
My mom had a steampunk
It's
wedding.
because your mom is badass.
My mom's pretty cool. That's what they wanted. Her and Kadir wanted a steampunk wedding, so they had a steampunk wedding. They were adorable.
That's super slit. Well, that didn't come out.
That wasn't the word you meant
Yeah.
to say, was it?
No,
That seems odd.
I was trying to say that's super lit, but then I was gonna say like that's super cool.
I don't know. Words just were difficult, is what it
I don't know
sounds
why
like.
it came out that way, but it did, and there's no changing it. So
Were you like, man, I wish I could have a steampunk wedding someday?
maybe I don't know.
I feel like that's not the wedding you'll have, but you will have a wedding.
I don't want a steampunk wedding.
You don't have to have a wedding.
Thank you.
Well, you don't have to.
I didn't think
But I
I'd
feel like there will be a D&D session at the very least,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
right? Like wherein you.
I've been married on Roblox when I was 8.
Roblox lasts forever.
Yeah. I was married to One Direction Lover 101. And we had a beautiful ceremony
That sounds lovely.
in Vampire Kingdom RP.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds amazing, honestly.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
So don't knock it.
I'm not. I like also listen, let's be really real. I definitely have been married to people in video games before. So like
Yeah.
I currently am. So it's fine.
Yeah. So, you know.
I have not, but I'm kind of super jealous of you, those of you who have.
Music Man, this is Lexi is making not a Coliseum. Lexi, turn your piece so you can show
Are you
it.
making another Coliseum? Connor, you're not allowed in the stream. I'm just kidding. I'm making a piece of terrain for AOS, Age of Sigmar, the one that you hate, so much.
Oh, and Slimy, hi Hunter. Thanks for the reminding me your name again, because I'm gonna just continue to not know anyone.
I knew it was Hunter because he said the thing about filling in the gaps, and I was like, you were just talking about that in the AOS chat.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. Neat.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
You gotta pay attention to the
The
chat. Is that what
worstest
you're
game. The worstest game, says Connor about AOS. Connor
Oh,
has a
no.
personal feud with all minis games.
Is it just the dice don't like him?
No, he just doesn't like games that aren't D&D.
Oh, yep, okay.
Specifically, because I have been playing AOS, and he's like, but you should play more D&D, and I'm like, well, true.
How many times will I count to 10 today as I hold these super glued together?
I don't know, but I'm gluing some
I
jimmies
imagine
together.
it's going to be a
Just
lot.
so you know, what a random. In the
I'm using
conservatory,
the
it says
light to, like,
lame. In the
pull the
conservatory is
extra
my
glue
sister,
off, yeah.
and she is evil. Do not listen to her.
Which one?
In the conservatory, she's my sister.
I can't see the chat, so
She just says lame. Not to us. I think it was
oh,
the
it's
AOS
just
thing.
to you. I thought it was lame to you.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's your sister, like
So Izzy, Isabel,
Yeah, Isabel.
the one that I don't ever call that name because you said I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, she'd just be so
Yeah.
mad about it.
I'm not going to. I promise.
Isabel, can you make sure your cat's not eating my birds?
Isabel,
There's birds in
but
my
you'll
room.
save
do
on
whatever
bird
you
food.
want. That's what I said.
No, make sure your cat and make sure Charlie, our dog Charlie's obsessed. So there's button quail in my room now.
There's what?
There's button quail in. So they're quail that aren't. They're about this big,
Okay.
and they look like quail if quail were this big all of the time.
Did they just show up in your room, or
No, well they were in the backyard for a while,
And
we
then
just
you
had,
let them in.
And then I didn't want them to like evaporate in the heat because we only had them since winter. And they made a little nest of eggs, so I bought an incubator for their eggs because it's a mated pair. And like, what if I have a little baby button quail? That'd be so cute.
We get little baby birds every year because the birds will come and they nest in this place that's right outside of our living room window, so we can basically watch them grow.
That's cute.
O'Connor says, no, I just don't need a third hobby. Okay, noted. He has 2 hobbies already, trains and D&D.
trains.
He knows John
Like,
Lasseter.
do you go, John? Like, do you go train spotting?
No, he like drives trains for rich people.
What? Who
Wait,
drives
I don't
trains?
understand. How do rich people have trains?
Because they're
And
rich.
who's driving them?
So he like so you know John Lasseter is the former CEO of Pixar, and he was gonna like drive
Yeah.
a train for John Lasseter at his house.
Who
Like,
was going
you
to
don't
drive a train?
have to drive a train.
Connor drives trains?
Mm-hmm.
And like what kind of trains? Like we're talking about like, I don't understand.
He's a steam locomotive engineer. Charlie the dog is keeping an eye on the birds. Don't let him eat the birds. If they get out, he's gonna
These
eat
are
them.
so tiny.
He's not going to eat it. Just would you? Everyone is going to be taking care of the everything. You just don't need to
You
worry.
must chill.
I am not.
So we watched my best friend's exorcism as part of my Texas movie night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like this is a movie. Okay, got it.
So it's a movie that
I
I
thought you were
have
just
friends in
saying-
Texas, and we get together as often as
I
we
thought
can.
maybe that your best friend had an exorcism while you were at Gamma.
No. So, no. Gamma is kind of like an exorcism sometimes. So we watched my best friend's exorcism because this group likes scary things, but I can't deal with scary things. So we find like mildly campy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They nailed the 80s so well in
Oh.
this movie. Like it was amazing. Like I had no complaints about how they represented the 1980s. Like they had the hair on point, they had the dressing on point. They didn't have too many neon colors because a lot of times people be like, oh, the late 80s and 90s were all neon.
No, people were afraid to wear the neon.
They had the language down. Like it was so good. I was so happy with it.
That sounds fun. Okay, so it was called what?
My best friend's exorcism.
And this is like a newish movie?
I have no idea. It's probably within the last couple years.
Okay.
So it's basically about two best friends, and one of them gets possessed,
Awesome. Okay.
and the other one has to try to prove to people that they're possessed, and/or decide if she wants to try to help, like, dispossess her.
It's like a tamer version of.
Dude, is this a rat or a lizard?
a tamer version
thought
of
they were all
Jennifer's
goblins.
body?
They are goblins, but
Oh,
this
is it
is
tiny?
a rat. Yeah, it's a little tiny baby thing. It's either a rat or a lizard.
Looks like a rat.
I think, yeah, but I get what you mean by it's a little iguana shaped.
Yeah.
It's a little iguana shape. Mm-hmm. Aren't we all a little iguana shape when you really
I
think about it?
mean, you speak truth.
Things-
So I wonder if I can just use these. Okay, so there's one full body on here, and then there's a half body, and a half body, and just a whole bunch of like accessories. I wonder why they did this one full body. Why not just leave it as a half body? I don't understand, but now I want to glue him to one of these stands and give him like a little rat and an arrow
I
Little
think
rat
that's what they
and
want you to
arrow.
do.
and some other stuff.
All right, so here's what I think I need to do. I need to do like a dry brush layer on the bottom, and I need to do like a dark tone layer on the stone. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I would let it dry.
But it's done. It's dry.
But it's done. But I'm done painting with it, so it must be done.
it's dry.
Well,
Look.
is the stone dry?
Yeah.
Then you could work on the stone. Yeah.
Yeah. I need subterranean wash. What does that look like? That's green.
It's green.
I don't know why I sniffed
Did
it
we-
and then said it's green. But
Did we should have opened more paint. I think, I know Jesus had asked me if we could open more paint.
he might have done that.
I don't know where it's opened to, but
Is this a wash? It is.
And then the other big thing I think we wanted to talk about today was probably moving this production to Wednesday nights
yeah.
This is true.
so
is-
that more people can see it. So we're not trying to do this in the middle of the day all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that works. Does Wednesday evenings feel good for folks if you're actually here paying attention?
Yeah. Who's
Because like those that are viewers.
Yeah, because then like Will, if you wanted to watch from home, could actually use. So somebody who's on a computer could type in, "We're thinking about moving to Wednesday nights," because I don't think
Oh yeah.
anybody else can hear
Yeah.
it.
I will do that.
Okay.
Close-up camera. Oh my god, how long has it been on the stream is ending thing? When was it on the streams?
I don't know because I can't see past you. Was it on the stream is ending soon
I don't
thing?
think so.
Recent? I mean, that's
Well,
recent.
what you see on the big screen is what it's showing
Oh.
right now.
No, it's not. It's good.
I mean, it was for a second, but
It
now
was
it's
for a
not.
second, but
So
I
talk
think I
us-
accidentally clicked it for like 1 second, but it wasn't there for a while.
Talk us through what you did because people
So
maybe didn't see.
I did foam. So this is all made out of foam and glue, basically. So this is like a ruined tower that was an explosion and is now corroding away. And yeah, it's a nice little piece of terrain if anyone wants to use it in the store.
So, like, how did you put the basing on?
The basing on, I used this glue, this Army Painter Battlefield basing glue, and then I used the Army Painter Battlefield basing set.
So you just like put glue all over the bottom?
Yeah, I put glue, so I just kind of painted glue all over the bottom and then put rocks where the glue, put rocks where the glue was, and then the rocks stuck.
And then do the grass, do you have to glue those or do they come
Yeah.
with sticker bottoms?
So the grass pieces, like these grass pieces right here, they come with sticker bottoms. I don't have to glue those, but this stuff I had to glue.
What are those? Can you show the little? Do you have more of them to show what they look like? As
These
your-
little grass things. Yeah, you sell just the grass things. We sell them in kits. They're really cool.
Oh yeah, those they do come in like a bunch of different like colors and stuff.
yeah,
huh?
I think you have the box top from the kit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could show that.
The what? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's full
It's
of sand.
under it's under that one. So under the big box top is the
Oh.
box that's, so like there is just a kit that's got a little bit of
Yep.
everything.
So this is just a kit. It's got a battlefield basing kit. It's got pretty much everything you need to base in it. It's pretty sick.
And now that's just going to be you probably don't have a mini with you to show a mini on
I
there.
do not
you?
have a mini with me. Also, it's not dry yet. But yeah.
It looks very cool. And so did you spend any time on that between chaos
I
streams?
did not. This is a purely chaos stream creation.
So that took like 3 hours to do.
Yes.
So 2 hours to do building the stuff and then an hour. That's pretty awesome for that amount of time.
Yeah, she is like really good.
I'm kind of jealous. So do you think maybe, and I don't know, do you put varnish down over the battlefield so the rocks stay on better?
I don't think so.
Because I don't know if you can do that over the grass pieces.
I don't think so. I think it's good as it is, as long as nobody like.
You could do
smashes
brush
it
on
against
like
something.
the brush on like matte varnish where you just like kind of drop it in. Like that's a thing that I've seen people do. But you wait like after the glue.
Oh
is
yeah,
dry.
you gotta wait.
Yeah.
But like I've seen somebody like they're just dropping in the matte varnish to like give the sand more to grip onto so it doesn't like drip like glitter does, you know?
I like that this little goblin is so happy. He's dancing in his little goblin pointy toe
Aw.
shoes.
Oh my god, how many goblins do you have so far?
I've only built 3.
Hey,
and
that's good,
there's
that's good.
18 out of this to do.
All right, well, I feel like I finished too soon.
You did, so now you have to come up with something else.
All right.
You want to build, you can build some goblins, but,
True.
or you can start working on like a puzzle room design
That's true.
to sketch some stuff out.
I'm very not
You're
good
not puzzle
at
roomy?
puzzles, but I will do my best. I'm also maybe I'll think about like how to make it one shot. Maybe I'll guide everyone on how to make a one shot, and I'll just be like, "This is a good idea." No, because what if I can't spoiler it? I'll think of something.
I mean,
Well, we can talk about how we come up with like one shots and campaigns because
Yeah.
I've done it a lot.
I'll do a little TED talk over here about one shot campaigning. So my method for making one shots is a lot of just kind of, I don't have the most professional process. My process is mostly going, what's a cool idea? Like any idea. Like it can be as simple as like, hey, I found out that this rock looks super cool. And then I base an entire one shot about that. Or I can be like, the king was murdered And I'll just be like, wow, what a cool concept. And then I'll make something around that. It can just be like any single idea, no matter how
What
big
a
your
cool
house
I
is.
like-
concept. The king
I like
was
that your
murdered.
directions are. I just make something up around that.
No,
So, like, if
I was
I'm-
going to go more in depth on that, but all right, you know.
You just were saying it like, that's I come up with an idea and I'm done.
Okay,
No,
so then what?
You know, that's a good question. My thought process has been interrupted. So I'm just kidding.
The diva.
No. Well, I mean, what else is there? You know, you make it up.
Well, so first you have to figure out how much time you're going to have. Are you going
Yeah.
to have like 2 hours or 4 hours?
Yeah.
So if I run a 4-hour one shot, I know I'm going to have probably 2 physical encounters and 1 verbal encounter, or 1. You know, I'm going to have like
Negotiation of
1
some
fight,
sort. Yeah.
1 kind of verbal thing, and maybe like 1 terrain thing they have to accomplish. So I'm basically going to have 3 encounters, and I'm just dividing up the encounters so that based off of who sits at the table, everybody gets a chance to be the hero.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you got to come up with the first idea, like the king is dead. And then I'll figure out what those 3 encounters are, because it's about 3 encounters to 4 hours. And then I'll break down each encounter. Like if I'm going to do a terrain encounter, then I'm going to figure out, oh, so what is it? Is it that like they're stuck at a bridge and the bridge is out and they have to figure out how to go around it? And then I can do little mini stuff around if you're going to do this bridge and you don't have any rope, then you got to figure out, like, are there trees with vines? So I'll just start walking it backwards.
Is there still glue and sand in there?
There's certainly sand.
For my monster encounters,
Oh yeah, you used the glue.
I tend to work from my non-monster encounters first, because then that'll give me more information about like what kind of land I'm in, and that land will tell me what kind of monsters I have. Lexi's gonna fall asleep on
I'm not
us.
gonna fall asleep. I'm careful. My head hurts a lot, and I don't know why, but we're good.
Have you had food?
I have had.
Yeah, we did actually have lunch
I
today.
ate a whole KFC.
I think Lexi can't deal, like, I think you have an olfactory thing where, like, it's just harder for you when there are smells.
It is. Are there smells?
You just glued something together.
Oh, that is. I don't.
Here, put that in front of you. No, like you don't.
No, don't
Just
breathe
set
into
it
it.
in front of you. It's the air filter, you goober.
I thought you wanted me to like absorb it.
No, I just wanted you to set it next to you so that like the air would be cleaner by you.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I like you.
I don't know. You don't want me to exfoliate? That's not the right word. Suffocate?
Yeah, that's another word.
Yeah.
I'll also go use tools like Don John's dungeon to build a random dungeon or to provide random monster encounters.
I
Oh,
am
I
a
haven't
huge
heard of
fan. I'm a huge fan of
Donjons?
making
Yeah, DLNJ.
random lore.
Okay.
The key to world building is making random lore that nobody's ever going to ask about, but you know.
Right.
Like, if you know the evil king's favorite kind of cheese, no one's ever going to ask about that, but you know, and that made your world a little bit bigger. Like,
Yeah.
knowing those, like, you don't have, I'm not saying you should have to know every single, I'm not saying you have to know everyone's favorite type of cheese, but, like, if it comes to you and you're like, hey, that's a funny idea, and you just know that, that's great. That's great. That's
You
And
can
then
always
maybe you
use it
sneak
if you
in
need
as a
to.
cheese vendor.
Yeah, and you sneak in as a cheese vendor. Maybe there's a cabbage man. I don't know. Lots of
Cabbage man.
Cabbage
Who are you? I'm the cabbage man.
Okay,
I believe that only happens in Britain during Brexit days.
Oh, good.
When you have,
I was thinking about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
oh, is there a cabbage man?
There's a cabbage man. There's a famous cabbage man.
Oh, Avatar. For some reason, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was thinking about Avatar.
The blue people?
The movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know the cabbage man from that.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I was thinking about would be a cool idea is making like LARP gear out of like foam and stuff.
That would be really cool.
I bet you at Pirate Festival, like the Belgarth people are there and give examples on what they do.
Who's Belgarth?
Belgarth is a national or international LARPing group, and we have a local chapter.
Oh, cool.
I'm very happy with how this turned out. I thought it
I
was.
really
I kind
love
of thought
it.
it was
I think
going to
you did
be.
a really good job.
kind of was like, it's not gonna look good, but it does look good.
It does. It looks really good, and I think like your idea came together. I think a lot of your like methods.
Here, do you want one of these sprues that has 3 different goblins you can build?
I sure do. Do I need directions?
I mean, I didn't use them. I used them for the first one or two. I think these are the goblins that are on this sprue.
Alright, I do not have any materials to build them with.
Well, you're gonna need cutters. Didn't you have cutters?
I do not have cutters.
Okay, well, you've got a knife.
I have a knife.
I can't help you with the cutters because I only brought in cutters for me, but
No,
you
you're
can probably
good.
use the knife to cut these as well.
You're good. I'm thinking I should. Oh, I might have cutters in my little thingy thing. These are so small.
They're very tiny. And I can't decide if I want to glue them on the little clear bases or not. But there's still like a lot of little extra stuff on mine. So there's extra arms and things.
Yeah.
I have a couple of extra heads. This looks like a crown, but it might be a bear trap. I don't know.
Ain't that the way it goes? You know, it could be a crown, could be a bear trap. We don't know.
This one has a little extra bomb on it. Who did I give my little bomb to? I put a little skull on him.
Oh my
What
goodness.
did you drop?
I might try. Ooh, my minis for my AOS army are
I'm gonna
in
try
disarray.
This little palette thing for my glue because that's handy sometimes for when I'm doing the basing stuff.
One of my biggest things that I really wanted to do for the Pirate Festival is I really wanted to do like quests.
Yeah.
Because I always love when booths give out quests, and then it's just like the best part for me because you get so interactive.
Right, send you over to other
Send me
vendors
over
and
other
stuff.
vendors, and then they're like I don't know. I just think it'd be I don't know what.
We'd have
So-
to see like kind of what's there.
Yeah, I
but
would
we
have to
could
ask for
make-
like a list of vendors.
Yeah, if you get a vendor list, I could help you like design like a little stamp book or something where they would just like exit off because we used to do that. I used to make one for, well, not make one, but like be a participant in the ones that we did for.
We've done
One of the
some for
yarn
tabletop die and stuff like that.
So like they're pretty easy. You just like need their logos or their name, something. It doesn't have. We can make it simple, right?
Yeah, we used to do a bingo card for events
Yeah, similar. Yeah.
that took events that you had to do. Plus like things you could see.
I'm a big fan of events. Just like things happening. Love it. Love it all the time.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Like if there's like a jousting or if there's like a sword fight on a pirate ship somewhere, and like if you go see it and you get your thing marked off. Then. I mean, we would do probably honor system at this point.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a Pirate Festival. We're not gonna be like.
Oh no, so
Honor
I've done
monkeys.
things before where like if I'm trapped inside a booth and I'm doing one of those things, I'll be like, you gotta go buy me a soda and bring it back. Here's the money to buy it. Then you'll get this thing.
Like an actual quest, help the NPCs.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
wanna
I
do-
was saying we could either use the copper coins that we have, like give some to other vendors and they give them out.
I also
people.
do have a
Oh, yeah,
lot of plastic gold coins.
Yes, but
Squirrel coins.
Oh, you
people
mean
are gonna
squirrel
have people are gonna have lots of random. But if it has our squirrel logo on it, then we know it came from us. We could also 3D print some. I haven't had a chance to play with the 3D printer, and I would like to.
I would love to use my 3D printer. And unfortunately, my dad is out of town, and he's the only one who knows how to use a 3D printer in my house. Yeah.
I thought your brother was the 3D printer guy.
Yeah. No, he's the resin printer guy, and he's also out of town. Everyone's out of town. We're surviving. You know, up out in my house, we're living.
You're surviving. Is that what you said?
Yeah, we're surviving.
That's all you're doing? Just surviving?
No, we're thriving. We're thriving.
Thriving. Okay.
Excellent.
I was going to suggest.
So this guy has a pet rat.
Oh, it's so cute.
He's dancing with a little mushroom, and he has
Shut
a little
up.
pet rat.
Oh my god, what a happy dude.
All right,
That little guy.
He's a happy gobbo.
I bet she throws the best parties.
There's a little mimic pouch. This is adorable.
A little mimic pouch?
Yeah, there's a little, like, it's a pouch
Oh
that
my
looks kind of
God.
like a little
Yeah,
mimic.
it is. Oh, is it a bag of holding?
It might be. I'm not used to bags of holding having a design.
Yeah, I think like it's the one from that we have the dice bags of.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like that. But yeah, you're right. It's cute.
Dude, tell me this guy's
I
got a beer
expected-
stein on his head. You expected what?
Like, I didn't realize Bag of Holdings had like that they intended for that to have like an actual
Yeah, I didn't.
appearance.
That might be new
Yeah, I think movie based maybe.
because
Or
I
from a
have
new-
done many. This is like a little Rubik's
You've
Cube.
been in the D&D world for a long time and haven't.
I have been in it
experienced
way
that.
too long, yeah. Is this a three-eyed lizard thing? I believe it is.
Dude, Don't Fear the Reaper has been stuck in my head for like a week.
Don't forget the Reaper. or
Don't fear the Reaper.
I mean, don't forget him. He's coming for you.
Me specifically?
You never know.
Okay.
Oh, this one has a little candle. Okay, so we've got to do a Unity candle.
Not freaking.
Why are these feet so tiny? This has got to be like a little salamander or something you can build. That's so
I don't
crazy.
have glue is the problem.
I think this is like a little salamander thing. There's like 2 things of glue in here.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I'm just going to build all the accessories.
I'm into it.
I love it. I love the energy.
Okay, so Wednesday nights.
Wednesday nights. We are moving to Wednesday.
If we're going to do
nights.
Wednesday nights, what time do we want to do Wednesday nights?
5?
We want to
So-
be starting when
I don't think
people
you
are-
wanna-
no.
yeah.
I think we want to
okay.
be starting like a little bit later. We probably want to start at what, 6
I
or
would think
6:30?
6 or 6:30 is probably a better way to go.
All right.
What all pieces? I can't even tell what you are. You're like the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 6:30 might be a good starting point. Okay, well that.
So we do 6. It goes to 8. If we do 6:30, it goes to 8:30.
Uh-huh.
Because it still feels like 2 hours is kind of the amount of time we need when somebody comes with a 2-hour project.
Yeah.
And now that I don't have Expo to worry about, I would very much like to concentrate on like getting some other stuff, like having some fun with this kind of thing. Or,
Yeah. Pirate Fest.
I agree.
I am so excited for Pirate
Oh,
Fest.
100% I need to build you. You look awesome.
10,000 men, women every day. Oh, I'm gonna get DMCA'd.
Yeah, way to go.
Oh man.
Yeah, we knew the band was doing good the first time because we have a hidden YouTube channel. And the first time our guitarist loaded up the songs and we actually got a copyright hit, we're like, we're actually making sounds sound like the songs.
So there's
That's
no
adorable.
notch for this head to go on. So I'm kind of like, how do you want the head to go on? I'm kind of unsure about what this.
Yeah, it is not precise. Let me say that.
Just gonna like shove this guy on.
There's not a ton of precision. Like, I'm trying to figure out if these legs actually go with this little mini part, because it doesn't say so on the directions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you think that was enough?
Like, that seems weird. Like, I just can't tell. Because it feels like there ought to be something on this dude, because, like... Yeah, that's got to be the way that goes.
These goblins are so
Lexi, will you put
small.
that back like way over? Do you want to close up cam some more goblins, or are we doing good here?
If you guys want to see goblins, I can close up cam some goblins.
I'm good with my goblins not being close up.
Yeah, but I'm over here.
If you want your goblins to be close up, we are more than welcome to.
Sure.
I just lost that.
Yeah, they're very tiny. You can't. You want to hand me the close-up camera?
Yeah.
So it's like. Yeah, the people with the 2 shortest arms in the
love
room are
it.
like.
Listen, I am the tallest person in the room. at 5'3" and a half.
When you're done crawling, I'm 5'4". When you're done crawling, that's what, yes, I'm 5'4" or 5'2". I don't know why. No, because when I go to the doctor, they're like, you're not 5'2", you're taller than that. So
I know my doctor, like, yeah.
can you
I
turn
get
on the close-up cam?
Oh, I will never sit in the seat again.
I'm not sure if the
Okay, well
ADHD
then-
person should be.
Sure, if you are, so if you're 5'4", then I'm 5'5". Because that's just how that works.
I'm 5'8".
No, you're 5'2",
I know I'm lying.
right? 5'2", 5'4".
Oh, his head came off.
Tallest. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
All I know is
you're
I'm the
definitely
tallest.
taller than me.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely getting shorter with my stupid back, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these directions, like, they show the little critter, but they don't show it with legs. But I'm pretty sure these are the critter's legs. I'm very confused.
Weird.
But I'm going to build this flaming hat first because this
Really
looks
trying
amazing.
not to cut myself.
Wait, this isn't the one I started cutting on.
Really trying not to stab myself.
Yeah, try not to stab yourself. I fully support not stabbing yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, but like, yeah. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Moving to Wednesday nights.
Yeah, I think moving to Wednesday nights will be a good move.
We can become famous. And then we'll be invited to TwitchCon.
Whoa.
I mean, I'd like to get us to a point where we could, like, maybe see if we could get a sponsor other than the store.
That might be good.
Like maybe some of these like
Raid Shadow Legends.
crafty people.
Michaels, can you sponsor us and give us free stuff? That'd be great.
Does Michaels have a lot of like terrain building things?
No, his head came off again. I don't know what
I mean,
has.
Michaels has a lot of stuff that you can use. Plus, we're not always doing just terrain, right?
That's true. We do lots of crafty things. Michaels, please sponsor us. We're fun.
Then
Or
I
like
think one of
Raycon or HelloFresh.
these- I'm not sure if we're the right match for Hello
Hey, we eat
Fresh.
food.
We do eat food. We could do a whole series on things you can eat while crafting for your gaming hobby.
You know what else we
Cheetos,
could do?
isn't it? What else could we do?
We could beg Army Painter for things
Oh, that's true.
and or Games Workshop.
Considering Army Painter is like, hey, we know you bought that new shelf just like a year ago, but now we have another new shelf
Nuh-uh.
that we would love for you to buy again.
Oh, well, they're silly.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this off.
All right, little head with a little bit of fire.
They are hard to build. Jesus. I mean, crap.
I don't know which one is better, but good job.
I think it depends on if you are like religious or not. Did you want me to hot glue this? Because I will hot glue this 100%.
Stop falling off!
You're gonna hot glue the goblins?
I love hot glue.
I do too, but
I'm a proponent of hot glue. I hate these goblins.
They're very tiny.
I'm angry at right
I love
now.
that you two are suffering while I'm just like painting a castle.
I'm
They are
angry.
so tiny. Like the plastic is very shavable and cuttable, but I don't think either Lexi or I has patience as a virtue. And these little boys,
I am extremely patient.
Are you?
Where's 8?
I hadn't noticed.
Ow.
Oh, did that hurt?
I was gonna rest my head, my chin on this,
On the knife?
but it was a knife.
yeah, that's bad.
I found number 8. I found number 8. I'm so scared that I'm gonna hurt myself.
Oh, his little fire hat fell off.
So fire hat fell off. How's he gonna fire anyone if his hat's off?
Because they're so tiny.
I freaking hate these goblins. I'm so angry.
Yeah, tweezers would have been good.
I'm angry right now. Lexi rages.
Lexi rages at goblins?
Lexi is a goblin who rages.
Lexi is a goblin who rages?
Yeah.
Nice. I love goblins.
Not, you want to build one of these, and then we'll reassess your love for goblins?
Is that the next challenge? Do I just pass this off, let somebody else paint on it, and I have to build a goblin?
I hate this.
But you could do it. You could do a paint thing at Pirate Fest. It's gonna be a little harder without like accessible water.
I think just having like, honestly, like eye patches and Elmer's glue or some tacky glue, maybe tacky glue, right? You remember tacky glue? Comes in a gold bottle.
Yeah.
They sold it in the 50s or something.
I hate this. I give up.
I was alive, so it had to have been in
This
the
is
80s.
making me angry.
Right? And then like, yeah, some lace and some rhinestones and some stuff like that. Let people,
Yeah.
you know, some pirate things, maybe some like spook, I don't know, find some spooky stuff, maybe some plastic spider or something.
Dude, his head does not want to stay on.
I bet I can get a lot of goodies to
Oh, what are
decorate.
you making? You're making like stones?
So this is like, yeah, some like, I don't know, some broken like gems or something,
Well, it's been so long that they've grown on the stone.
potentially.
Oh, you're kidding.
I have more, but I didn't prime the other ones, so they're gonna be the color that they are probably.
Okay.
I'm gonna need Lexi to stop yawning.
I'm sorry.
You're making me want to yawn.
Yeah, we can definitely make it grow out of the stone. Like I'm adding.
We will definitely make
I'll
Lexi
add
stop
a little
yawning.
bit of color to the stone so that they're coming out of it. You're gonna stop yawning? Good.
I'm gonna stop yawning. I am
Good.
gonna stop yawning, and you can.
So you
believe
could
me.
take notes about like potential projects and stuff like that.
This is true. So I think my biggest thing that I want to do, other than like making terrain, is I would really like to know how to make foam armor, which we just talked
Okay,
about.
that's a whole different kind of foam.
I know. It's I don't know what it is.
All right, so foam armor
I hate these goblins.
or weapons,
so
like
much.
foam armor or weapons, because I think
I think foam weapons we might be able to do, and like honestly, I think didn't Matt offer to maybe come and
which Matt? I'm assuming not your Matt.
not my Matt, GM Matt, Logan's dad Matt.
Oh yeah, I bet he could help
may
us
have
out.
offered to come and help, like
Oh,
to
his
teach
little
us how to build, not
stupid
right away,
little
but to
bomb
teach us
fell
how to.
off.
I don't know when he's got time, but to teach us how to build swords or something.
Oh.
Like, I'm pretty sure we talked about it at one point, like not that long ago. So I know I'm pretty sure he's down. If you want to do like some foam building, because that's what they do, right?
Is that
Foam
what they
fighting?
do?
Yeah, they do the foam fighting.
Oh yeah, they would be perfect to invite on to do that. And if we do these at night, we have a better chance.
Yeah.
Okay, and we already said like we've got what, epoxy coasters in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if epoxy coasters works, I think make dice.
I have been pressing flowers,
Yes.
so I could bring in some pressed flowers to use for the coasters too.
Yes.
We can always do painting dice because we did that as a paint day.
Oh, it's fine.
And in fact, Lexi could whip out some of that right now, but I don't know what time it is.
I could. We have about 30 minutes.
Yeah. You could get
You can get some dice
most of a
painted.
set of dice done, except
right.
now I think the blanks might be in there.
I will look. I will look. Do we have the alcohol?
There should be alcohol in the pantry. I say pantry, that thing, that cabinet of delightful jewels and treasures.
I'm still working on my puzzle room. You think this is supposed to be like a I don't know what this is supposed to be. This thing is freaking me out. So it's got like 3 eyes like a salamander. I think these little legs go with it, but it's very odd. They may have moved because we did that like right before I went to the big show. Oh,
Whoops. I knocked something over, but it's fine. Nothing spilled.
Wasn't me this time.
Yay! Good job, Lexi.
Thank you. Thank you.
no, I think that's backwards.
Tell me again what you're looking for.
The blank dice.
Oh, I think Jax meant they might be in deep stock.
No.
Oh, they're in here?
We used to keep them in there, so I don't know if they got moved.
Oh, they for the dice day. I don't know where they went after dice day.
Right.
Ooh, I'm gonna rinse my finger. I cut my hand.
Oh, well, you should go do that.
First aid kit's in my office.
I'm gonna continue.
I'm gonna make whatever this
adding
strange
weird
thing is.
jewels and things
Oh
to
wait, I
this.
wonder if this is the thing that was supposed to go.
Here, I think I want the sconces to be kind of brassy though. Brassy sconces, dark brass, broken sconces. They don't have anything in them, and then I'm gonna stick some hot glue on them and see if I can make them look fiery. Listen,
Excellent.
wow, this poor bottle has been. Ugh. Let's clean you up. just
Okay.
a little bit. Okay. Okay, so for very small amounts of paint, like doing actual minis, I love this little tiny palette.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like trying to do basing, I was unhappy. But for like these little tiny amounts of paint,
Yeah.
I'm in love.
Yeah, they make one that's got a bigger well
And
in
like
the middle.
it's not even like I'm not even to get it wet. Like it's just like the paint that dries like just flakes right
Right.
off. Like me like spending hours on paint days like scratching at
Right?
semi-dried paint.
You don't like that? That's not fun?
I start washing palettes usually around 3:30, and then from 3:30 until everyone leaves, I just come out and grab a few more palettes at a time and wash them. And I know we can make customers do it. However, a lot of
They
them are
won't do it,
kids
so,
and
yeah.
families. They don't do it. They're just not in a place to do a good job.
Yeah.
And then like paint ends up kind of splattered all over the sink, and it's really, again, no one's trying to be a bad person or anything like that. It's just not.
Yeah, I think you're a little too nice with that assumption.
Hey, I'm being kind to our customers. I don't think they're trying. I think they just aren't thinking that way, right? They're just trying to get out of there. They did the thing, they want to go home.
Exactly.
So I would rather let them have like a better time and take care of the cleanup for them. And then that way no one has to feel like anything is a mess. But I do wash a lot of palettes.
What just happened?
I tripped over the cord.
Everything okay?
Yep.
Everything seems okay. Stream is still running.
Oh no, I was just worried I like knocked the camera over or something.
Yeah.
Lexi's gonna learn how to be so careful someday.
I am gonna learn how to be so careful.
Misbelieve.
I mean, fair.
I never did.
Wow.
Why should Lexi be more special? Lexi,
I
you're also
fall-
pulling the tablecloth all the way over to
come
your
on,
side.
man.
I do fall less than I used to.
Well, that's good.
Do we still want construction closed camera?
You don't have to. I'm just over here building goblins.
We can go back.
So it is up to...
Oh, we're not yawning. You're
You're
yawning.
totally yawning, and I need you to stop it because I'm going to fall asleep.
Okay.
I think next time Lexi has to have 4 hours of projects.
I do have to have 4 hours of projects.
Because I think this is the thing. Once you like actually are inspired and like something, you move through it really quickly. And then if you don't, you're not inspired, then you just agonize.
That sounds a
You need
little...
4 hours
I
of
need
projects.
4 hours of projects.
So that you can stop something you hate, but also have other things to like
Yeah,
keep working on.
yeah, I agree.
It does sound a little ADHD, just saying.
Are you diagnosed?
I am not.
Have you been assessed?
Have you considered an assessment?
I have never been assessed.
Have you considered?
I have.
Okay, well, you should request an assessment.
Okay.
Please do. Because I have ADHD, and I think you'll be happier if that's the case, and you get like I can't tell you. Like I got when was it? Was it before I worked here or after I started?
I think it was before you worked here.
I think
You
yeah, 'cause it
just
was-
started when you...
Because so 2021, I got diagnosed in the summer of 2021, and then I started in October 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like I was literally a brand new baby. Like that's how it felt. Like I didn't like all like partially like was just like me realizing like your brain really does work this way, and like you don't have to feel like an imposter like in the freaking neurodiverse TikToks that you like are obsessively following because they feel like you. Right?
And then you're like,
I am like these feel right because you're experiencing this, and like you just have her
I do that with a lot of things. And then I'm like,
right. So like honestly, I would say talk to your doctor about your TikTok feed.
I don't
Because
use
that's-
TikTok.
Okay, well, whatever. Talk to your
I
doctor
use
about something.
Tumblr like a
Okay,
real
talk to your
person.
whatever. Talk to your. I don't use TikTok anymore either. That was a 2020 thing, right?
I don't know. I wasn't.
You
I use TikTok
you
'cause
weren't
that's where
old
Gen
enough
X
for
is.
TikTok when in 2020.
No, I wasn't. I was gonna say I wasn't alive in 2020, and then I was like,
You
this
were
is-
alive in
I
2020.
was alive in 2020.
Barely.
I was barely alive in 2020. We were all barely alive in 2020.
No, that's true.
I was kind of thriving in 2020, guys.
I had.
I was doing great up until COVID shut the world down. That kind of threw me for a loop.
all right,
yeah.
Well, also.
Because I was already online school, so nothing really changed for me except that
Oh, you were already
I
online
was, I
school?
was already online school by the time COVID hit.
How are you already?
Because I guess I don't function well in school environments.
Maybe like you might have ADHD? Is it a
Maybe.
possibility?
No, it was more of a sensory thing with like all the people talking and like.
So
Do
maybe
think
you
that
got a
maybe
little
have ADHD.
autism stuck in with your
They are a
ADHD.
spectrum, and like you
Look.
can have both. But like,
Unrelated.
just so you know, I have auditory processing delay.
I have such auditory processing delay. It's so funny because someone will just be like, talk to me, I'm like, what? And they'll explain, I'm like, I heard you. And it's like,
So Lexi was diagnosed with ADHD and potentially autism on the stream today,
Yes.
and she's going to talk to her doctor about
it's
it.
so funny. I feel so bad because sometimes when Anthony's talking to me, like, I just can't, don't, because he's a very soft-spoken
Yeah,
guy.
Anthony and Jesus are both
So when they
soft-spoken.
talk, I just like don't process it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
You hear me saying what all the time,
I-
because I'm like,
Anthony, oh for sure. Like Anthony, I love Anthony. So you have no idea, you guys. And
Yeah.
if he listens to this, like,
Yeah, this is not a
please
dig
God.
at all.
Producer Anthony.
This is not a dig at all. This
Not
is
only that, but, like-
genuinely just like, I feel bad that sometimes I say what way too much.
So
Yeah.
I'm just telling Anthony, like, don't watch this because we're going to say nice things about you and you might hate it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is truth.
But like, he is so patient.
He really is.
And way more patient than he needs to be with a lot of us. Like,
Oh, trust me, if he wasn't that patient, most of you would be dead.
and I'm aware. He's like, his patience is endless and wonderful. But also like, his patience when he's teaching you how to do something
Yeah,
is
is
just
really good.
really remarkable. And like, he's yeah, like
He's a good guy.
He goes through the steps and like he explains like why a thing is, and
Anthony would be a good, like, high school English teacher.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, or just like, I think he just works well with training. Like, I
Yeah.
think he's an excellent trainer.
He's very methodical, which is a thing that some of us could be
I
much
enjoy
better
it.
at.
What? I think I'm very
I like
methodical.
having checklists. I like having a procedure and a routine.
We got distracted. So I was,
so that really works for
I
me.
was in online high school for 3 years of high school.
Oh yeah.
So when COVID hit, I was already in online high school. Mm-hmm. And nothing really changed because I was already in online high school. So it's just like, dang, this is crazy. The world's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you're here.
Yeah.
I was doing pretty good. The store's starting to find itself again. And then the plague.
It's true. But you know, I think you've come out of it really, really well.
Yeah, the store could be better, right? We took
Like
a huge,
finances,
yeah,
yeah.
financially we could be better because we burned through our war chest. And now that everybody and their dog thinks they can open a store, like, it'd be nice to have that war chest back. But personally, yeah, I mean, I got so depressed it made me go to therapy. And now I'm much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I want to celebrate my birthday this year, which I've not wanted to do the past couple years.
Oh, that's exciting.
Name what kind of cake you want. I'll make
I need it to be with as little sugar as possible.
I will make.
She wants a flourless
Oh,
chocolate
my-
cake.
I will make a.
Use stevia based is fine. Like, I don't mind
Stevia-based
stevia
cake.
It's
based.
also like, who doesn't love a flourless chocolate cake?
If I'm gonna have chocolate, I want to have like actual chocolate.
Oh,
Unless it's German chocolate.
So my
I'd be
sister-
down for a German chocolate cake.
here's the thing. So for Ian, my sister has this flourless chocolate cake recipe that is also gluten free, and it is still it. I don't know how
I
it's
also
still
have
cake.
a flourless chocolate cake recipe, but it's like a brownie though.
Yeah.
I mean, if we
It's
want
on
to do
that-
that, so
yeah,
more
it's on
people
that
can
range
have
of,
it.
like,
Like
that'd be
very
great.
Swedish or
dense.
something.
Yeah.
I love the Swedish. They have great recipes.
I'm a big fan of hers recipe. I don't know what she used. She's probably tweaked it or something. So like, and the chances of me actually getting it from her,
Yeah.
because
Duck cakes were awesome.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, good.
You didn't say anything about it, so I was like, oh my god, what if they were terrible?
Dude, we didn't bring them out until a few days in. And by that time I was so exhausted from the show.
No, you're good. You're good. It would be kind of funny if you like never mentioned it. And I was just like, well, guess they saw.
Okay, so what time is it?
It is 4:09 p.m.
So I say next week we're not on Tuesdays and we're going to start to be on Wednesday nights.
Yes. And I'm gonna have so many things to do. It's gonna be crazy.
Wow.
You just gotta bombard me with projects and something will stick.
I know.
Weren't you going to do like lanyards or friendship bracelets?
I feel like I should do more nerd-based stuff, like terrain-based stuff.
But what about those of us who never got friendship bracelets as a kid?
Okay, I'll make you a friendship bracelet.
Yeah, I made a lot of friendship bracelets. I want someone to give me
I'll teach you
one.
guys how to make
Actually, you know
lanyards.
what? My friend, I take that back. I did have like a proper friendship bracelet in my 30s from my friend Heatherly, her daughter Tali, at a con. Who this little one was really shy, and we always would build. It wasn't cute, but like we were like, forget it. There was nowhere on the place in the entire con. There was nowhere for vendors to hide, and so we used grid wall and like these
Made a cave.
these blankets that like matched our booth colors to make a cave.
Fantastic.
And we put we brought a recline, not a recliner, but like a comfy chair to put in there, and then like a couple of folding chairs would go in there too. And then like I just told her because she was
I'm
very
probably
shy.
just
and
bringing
so
a
many
hammock
people.
to the camp that I work at.
Yeah,
this
I was
summer.
just like
You should take a hammock pirate.
to the pirate thing.
You are so right.
Because you could just be a pirate laying in a hammock, and that would still be like in
Arr, and I'll have
character.
like a flask full
Yeah.
of orange juice or something.
Totally in character.
No beverages for me.
So, yeah, and then she was my best friend because I told her she could hide in our cave anytime she wanted to, even if like we weren't in there.
Nice.
And then she brought me a friendship bracelet, and then she also bought like a stuffed dragon and named it after me.
Oh my god,
Yeah, me and Tali were best friends. I went to her bat mitzvah.
that's the best thing ever.
Like that's what came out of that is I ended up going to that little one's bat mitzvah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's 14.
yeah.
That's what?
Bar mitzvahs?
Yeah.
Bar mitzvahs?
Bat mitzvahs? No, she was 12.
Oh, I don't know what the
Yeah.
age is. Sometimes you just
Well,
want
I mean,
like,
she was 12. I don't know, and they're Messianic Jews, so I don't, or Jewish. I don't know.
do you ever
actually
want
what
to
the
eat
actual-
rocks?
Well, they are Jewish. She's Jewish.
I'm
Anyway,
2% Jewish.
I don't know if her husband is Jewish. I don't know how that works.
I'm like 0% Jewish, I think.
He is a Messianic Jewish preacher, like pastor, but I don't know if he is also Jewish because like it follows the mother's.
I'm basically like Filipino and white.
Yeah.
If you look at my DNA results, it's like you're Filipino, but you a whole lot of white. Like,
I haven't gotten the DNA thing done, but my sister did, and I'm pretty sure it just says that we're white.
What? I actually have mine. Like on my phone.
I haven't
Oh,
put
really?
it on my new phone,
I don't think it's actually on my new phone yet, but
but Mom got her kids 23andMe. I think after she got diagnosed with something that wasn't great, and she was like, I need the kids to figure this out.
Yeah. That's cool.
my mom, my family won't let me get the health one because I would freak out too much if
You can't have that.
I can't have the health one. Yeah, I can't have access.
Because
to
if
the health
anything
one.
was,
Because if it even said like, oh, you have a slightly higher chance, I'd be like, I'm gonna die tomorrow, and then I would.
you might have a touch of ADHD, just
Or-
tiny bit.
No, I think I'm good. I think
We've
I'm-
discovered over the last couple of years with my therapist, she's like, I think you might be just a touch autistic. And I was like, I've always hung out with people who are. Plus, I was a programmer for a long time, and basically every programmer. It is so hard for me here because I don't get to hyper-focus, which is one of my favorite things to do. And that's just not a thing I get to do in my job here.
Yeah.
And I miss it. I miss the ability to hyper-focus.
Okay, well, I want to sort more magic cards. I can tell you that right now.
I know, it's very pleasant.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah.
The guys don't like it, and I get it that they don't like it because it's boring to them. And I'm like, can I
Yeah.
alphabetize things for 6 hours in a row?
Yep.
yeah, I was super into it. So, and then Anthony was showing me how to actually put them in inventory in the system too. So, yeah, I think that they'll hopefully appreciate the
I love
break of them not
focusing on
having to do
things.
it too.
Okay, it took me an hour and 45 minutes to build 4 goblins.
You know, that's okay. I think that's a lesson we could all use, is that sometimes each goblin deserves its own
Yeah.
2 hours.
And this weird 3-eyed toad thing.
I gave up after building half of a goblin, so
Yeah, you gave up quick.
I did. Because my attention span isn't very long if it's something I'm not interested in.
It's hard to tell, really.
It is? Oh, good.
No, it is not.
I know.
I know. Absolutely not difficult to tell when you are not interested in a thing.
But it's
Yeah.
very easy to tell when I am interested in it. Okay, well, sometimes people think I'm not interested in something when I am, because I have a really bored resting face. Especially like D&D, some of my DMs will be like, "Oh, are you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm great." And they're like, "Well, you look super bored." I'm like, "No, I'm not bored. I just look like that."
That's just my appearance. I really like this little dude with fire.
That is pretty cool.
Although I don't know why he has an axe. You should have a fire and like flint
I took an acetaminophen, and it is not helping
for,
my headache.
yeah. I don't want to tell you there. I'm going to take a 30-minute bike ride for my back, and
Yeah.
it's going to feel better.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
gonna buy a massage chair at my house.
We're getting what?
We're gonna buy a massage chair.
Really?
Because my mom's got all kinds of.
Things that you need a
Arthritis.
massage for? Yeah.
I
My
was like-
therapist suggested I try acupuncture out. And I was like, she's like, even though you have issues with people being in your body space, this is different. I'm like, really?
I
Because it
could
seems like they're going to be way up in my body space.
I could recommend a practitioner.
Okay, I will try
She
it,
is-
but it is one of those things where I don't like
She
people in
gives
my
you-
space.
So she comes in, she talks to you, she doesn't touch you a whole lot.
Yeah.
And then you lay on, like, she'll do the thing, and you lay on the table, she puts the things in you, and then she leaves.
Yeah, no,
And
I
it's-
get
but
that.
she's really not too, like, she's not in your face
Right.
for the most part. And if you tell her where you don't, like, if you're like, don't do this, she's super
Sure.
respectful of that. But I
It is-
understand, like,
I
that's
don't
just,
like
you
people
know,
in my personal space.
No,
Like
I
the
know.
best part about COVID was all of you
At
had to
some
stay
point,
6 feet away.
she's going to have to be, like, close to you to
I
sit
know,
and
and that's where I'm like, oh, it sounds like a great idea,
But
but it's
then-
like when people are like, oh, you can
Yeah.
you should get a massage. It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
That's
and I
too much
tried
touching
it,
for too
and I was
long.
like, you
I
all are,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
But acupuncture, like, it was like she comes in, she talks, she sticks needles in you, she leaves for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then
Yeah.
she comes back, asks you how you're doing, and then she has you like roll over on your side or whatever she
Yeah.
wants to do, moves the needles, and then leaves again.
yeah, that sounds like how acupuncture works.
But like in other places, like where they have like
Yeah.
the group community acupuncture,
No, that's not a thing. That doesn't sound good at
it's
all.
way less expensive, but like you're just like at being at like a nail salon, and they just come through and like move your needles.
Yeah, group acupuncture sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I learned on Sunday that I've been like severely dehydrated for like 2 months.
You need to drink more water.
Yeah, that's why my sister came in to drink water. But it was like really bad. Like my mom was like, we should get you on like an IV drip, and I was like, that's probably not necessary. But
I had
anyway,
to go last summer because I kept getting dizzy
Mm-hmm.
until I finally like went to the emergency room because I'm like, yeah, it's okay when it happens at home, but it's what's happening at work now.
that's what I've been
And they
getting
said
dizzy.
it was dehydration, but I'm like, I drink so much and I wasn't like spending too much. I don't know, it was weird. I just chalked it up to I'm old.
I was getting dizzy, and so then they were like, yeah, you're like severely dehydrated, and I was like, oh, I should have noticed that. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you gotta, especially now that it's starting to get warmer and warmer, you gotta take care of yourself. Because if
I'm
you're gonna go to
okay.
Pirate Fair and you just told me that
I
you
know.
get dehydrated,
No,
I'm
well,
like,
I'm better. I'm drinking lots of water now.
Okay.
I just wasn't drinking enough water. That's the problem.
Okay. Do you have lights in there? What do you have on the wall?
Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going for lights. I'm trying to put like
Did you put some LEDs in there?
No. I'm gonna paint them. I want a creepy glow.
Okay.
So I was thinking, I don't know that we're gonna like how it's gonna work, but I was thinking if we could come up through the bottom and
Yeah.
like put like some blue light in these 2 little nooks,
Oh,
or in
okay.
one of them to
Yeah.
like have like a blue glow coming up from there. And then if it's too exposed, I could put another crystal or something, or like some of these blue glass over the top of it.
That'd be cool.
You know.
I think there's somehow sand in my mouth.
I don't know how. You've been over there talking about how you want to eat rocks.
I did not eat any rocks. Oh God.
Except for that one?
Yeah.
Just pulling it out on camera. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
We're gonna be done here.
Rocks in my
You
mouth.
can't, yeah. Well, we can close a little early. Have we not had much communication on the chat
No.
today?
No, they kind of went nappy naps, or back to work and stuff, probably.
Yeah, because
After the
one of
first
us kept
30 minutes or
yawning. Like, I wanted to take a nap with all the yawns. It was all good. Okay, so we're gonna go to Wednesday night. We're gonna do this stuff. We have some ideas. We need more ideas on stuff we can do.
We do.
I think we need some like challenges ideas too. So I really liked the dollar store challenge.
Oh, that challenge was so fun.
So we can always do some stuff like that. Because we can either have a theme challenge or a dollar store challenge. So if we did a theme, we could easily do pirate. We could do like single dungeon room.
I like that.
We could do like, I don't know, the most colorful, like island, like build an
Ooh,
island.
A beautiful
Oh, we'll build
island.
an island. This is cool.
I would like to do a prop build sometime. But we need to pick a prop. So, like, I think if I do one, I want to do something like a ray gun or something.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Sword.
You'd like to do a sword? You want to do foam sword. Oh, we need to do, so one of our ideas, so we're going to do the TikTok chat GPT thing starting in the middle of May. So like next week, we're going to do they build a dungeon, consumer built dungeon that we write scripts with ChatGPT.
I love it.
And then they have to be TikTok short. So we can put them on Facebook in the talk and whatever.
Yes. I'm here for that.
Okay. I'm not going to start another one of these goblins because there's no way I'll finish it in the next 15 minutes. So what are some other ideas that we have?
For like the challenges, I think we could do some larger painted pieces, maybe like a speed paint on like a dragon or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speed paint monster.
That's not like a teeny tiny GW mini, you know, something that's like a.
The other thing we can
Because
do
we have
is
spiders and we have other kinds of things too.
we should do one challenge or one thing where we all work on part of it. Either it's a big piece of terrain or like something we can use in the store.
Yeah.
So we had epoxy coasters and making dice. I think we should make chocolate dice sometime.
Ooh.
Maybe before the holidays.
Yes.
We'll use candy melts so we don't have to temper the chocolate at the
Yep,
store.
because we can just put the microwave in here.
Because tempering chocolate, if we have a microwave, could temper chocolate.
Yeah, you use the, well, I don't want to temper chocolate because that's very precise. But if we use the candy melt, if we just use the candy melt stuff that you can use in the microwave.
I have tempered chocolate is
I
what I'm saying,
know.
but I don't want to try and do it.
Right, but it's hard, especially in here, which is not a kitchen.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like I can do,
It could be a kid. I'm just kidding.
I have done it with a microwave and a thermometer. Like it's not impossible, but it is a pain in the keys.
I've used the chocolate melts before with the microwave and they're,
Oh, that's easy because you don't.
Right.
They have like
Right.
all this stuff in them, so they won't split. Is
Right.
all I'm saying. Yeah.
we were going to do the Altoids tin for Fallout or something else.
Yes.
So I think those would be good. And then, there was like a leather working kit? Didn't I bring that in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Puppet. We made puppets. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, they don't all have to fit in a day. You want to do like Muppets.
Yeah,
We might have to buy a kit for that.
that's true.
We did once an articulated hand for ZapCon made out of like string and glue and cardboard.
That's cool.
Yeah. Are we? We're still live, by the way. Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
yeah.
We're
Okay,
talking about, yeah, we're just
you
talking about
know.
ideas
Yeah.
of things we might want to do.
yeah. Let me think.
I'm always looking to do some stuff for my bike.
What could you? So like,
I teach you guys the crafts that I teach the kids at camp.
Yeah.
Camp counseling day.
Camp
When I
counselor
get back
day.
from camp and I'm all in camp counselor mode.
I have some reflective vinyl, and I need like stickers for my helmet. If you guys ever want to make vinyl
Okay.
designs for my helmet, because we can do the Cricut
Is that
stuff
Cricut
on
stuff?
camera. I think
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
want to, I just need to figure out how to do the computer feed so everybody can see
I
it.
was looking at, I needed to look, there was like a guide on YouTube that I saved, and I need to pull it up because I have the Procreate, and it was like making stickers from Procreate on your Cricut, like how the process.
Oh yeah, if you're
works.
using Procreate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have Procreate. So I have, yeah.
Yeah, I need a place to put a big old printer sometime. We basically need an additional room for a maker room right now.
Well, that's what we're gonna do with your office, right? Your office.
Well, but I've been
becomes a
told
maker
we
room.
can't put the 3D printer in there, so
Oh, because of exhaust.
I guess so. We can put everything. It didn't bother me, but it really bothered Lexi, and Jesus could notice it. So
Okay. Okay. Yeah, then we definitely don't want to
Okay.
make people
Little
sicky
angel.
sicks.
What?
I'm a sensitive little angel.
So why don't we say this? I think we can cut off. It's about 5. It's
All right.
4:25. So we can say like, hey, next week we're going to be on Wednesday nights. Lexi is actually going to archive these videos on our YouTube channel.
Sure am.
It's going to be great.
It's gonna be great.
And we will figure out some more projects and things.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Awesome.
making fire.
All right.
Excellent. Thanks
Look
for
at it,
joining
it's
us.
fire. Oh my God.
Yay.